Alright, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be creating a quick tutorial of how to create an album cover in less than 10 minutes. So without further ado, let's get to it. First step, I want to create a Canva that is 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels, and that translates to around 10 inches by 10 inches. I like to use pixels, so I go ahead and create that. And for your idea, I already have a mockup here where I'm gonna be passing the design into later on. Go to view screen mode and a full screen, so I don't have the bars at the bottom as a distraction. Go ahead and find a picture that I want to use, which I think this one looks pretty nice. Hit OK. I go ahead and find the logo of a band that I want to use, which is this one right here. Let's leave it in the middle. And these two assets are pretty much kind of the ones that I want to use, and I like to work this way. You don't have to follow this step, or you don't have to follow this method, but it's the one that works best for me. No strokes at the moment, so I want the logo of the band right here in the middle. Make a copy of that. Let's delete it because I need a perfect square around here, maybe a tiny bit bigger. Here I want the artwork. Let's make this a little bit darker. And then this one we can use it later, but this one is going to be just a stroke. Let's see how it looks in about 15 pixels. So just for your idea, I have the background, which I can do right now. I like to use a solid color. In this case going to be black, but if you need any other color you can just change it here. I like to delete masks that I know I'm not going to be using, so I delete that. I can delete the background that the Photoshop came with as a default. Use the artwork, let's name it, and change it to green on top here. If you want, you can just go ahead right now and hide it with Alt pressed. As soon as you see the square with the arrow pointing down, you can just click there and you see what happens. Maybe around here, a tiny bit, I think like so, maybe a little bit more. Same here. What I like to do, this one I like to keep it just as is, so I go ahead with Control pressed. You're going to see this hand. Going to see this hand with a square. I press here and you see that the square was selected, and with Control J I make an exact copy of the artwork, but in this case it will only have the shape of the square. So if I undo this, you can see over here we have the full artwork and the one that we cut into the square. So I want to keep the square one. This one is gonna be the actual, and this one I can say is an asset. And this one I already named it an asset, so I can go ahead and change this to yellow. This one is gonna be the official one. Delete this one. That's looking pretty nice. I already have the logo right here, so let's bring it on top of these two things. Around here we can go ahead and delete this if we want. For this one, maybe let's try to use filter gallery and see how will that work. Let's see how it looks with the clumped thing around here. 13. Let's try to see where even it now looks like. That looks pretty neat. Let's go ahead and try to hide the black. We double click here on the blending options on right here. Just move the bar of the black. So you want to delete everything that is black. If you move the one that is white, you're going to be deleting everything that is white. In this case, I just want to delete everything that is black. So convert into a smart object, and I create two squares around here. So I create these two squares, I move them around here. The first one I want to use this color, second one I want to use this color. So the logo is going to be the orange color. Alright, so let's try this again. I want to use this orange. This orange I think is a little too dark for what I want to use this logo for, or the color combination. Let's go ahead and get this one. So logo and rectangle. Let's call it frame, and the frame is going to be this color. So with this photo, with the photo, the problem that I'm having is that the colors are pretty much all of them are gray. There's not a full contrast between white what's supposed to be white and what's supposed to be black. So I'm going to filter, camera raw filter, and try to edit it just a little bit. Just bring this down here. It doesn't have to be super perfect. It's just in a way that I can see what's white, or get closer to what's white, and whatever is black, try to get it as close as possible to black. So you can see that's literally the before and after. See it okay? And you can see the contrast. That's before, that's after. Convert into a smart object, go to filter, filter gallery, and play around with an outcome that I like. I think that looks perfect. I'm liking this a lot. So I go ahead and create a grading map. I think I explained that before, but on this step I don't like to use solid colors just because there's gonna be only one color changing, not two. So the reason that why I for the most part create grading maps and hide it into this one, delete the layer masks that I'm not going to be using, is that if I press here, whatever is white, I can pick whatever color I want, and whatever is black, I can choose whatever color I want. So in this case I want to use this brownish color, and if I ever want to have the option of changing whatever is white or whatever is the other color, I can do that easily. Whereas with a solid color you only have one option only. So let's go ahead and choose the logo, make it just a tiny bit bigger. It is centered. Let's try to lower this just a tiny bit, center it just in a way that makes sense that the logo and the line are centered. I already got the logo how it is. Let's convert it into a smart object so you can see it's orange here and orange here. Double click and add some drop shadow to it. That looks perfect. And let's just delete some part of the frames around here. With this one, let's create a layer mask, and for the most part whatever is in the middle, let's just go ahead and delete that. Nothing too crazy around there. Go to the photo, create a layer mask. So let's go to the square like so. Everything else we keep the same. Let's delete this thing. So I already got my artwork right here. So with Shift Control Alt E, I create a very important step, is create pretty much a screenshot of Photoshop. Copy it, go to my mockup, pass it here, save it there, close here. You can see the artwork, it already passed the mockup. Close here, let's go here, paste, same deal. Let's try to center out as much as possible. Save it, close here, and it paste. So this is my entire process of how I created the grid and everything for this project from beginning to end. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you like to see more content like this or longer form content, I created a Patreon where you can have some more exclusive content there, and more posts that I don't post in YouTube are going to be on my Patreon. So if you find this video was helpful for you, please consider like and subscribe. It will help my channel a lot, and that'll be everything for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.